Alright, okay. Today we're up 11k, which is a really good trading day. Right, yeah, let's go over it. Okay, right, so 5 minute on ES, bang, 5 minute on NASDAQ, trade through Asia, London session, London opens, we trade below London session, have a big move up, breaking 5 minute structure, ES, SMT off of London lows, same thing, break structure. Off of this, I was looking for a 5 minute retrace. I'm aware that on the 15 minute, we still had fair value gaps throughout here, not so much here on NASDAQ, right? But anyway, we don't get a 5 minute retrace until we break 15 minute structure, so it's just perfect. On the 15 minute, we don't break above that high. And here we do, so it's a bit worrying. I'm like thinking, oh, potential SMT. No. We end up trading through that before we get the retrace down. But yeah, simple as that. We get the trade below London lows on NASDAQ. On ES, we're above. So we're the leading index here on ES. We come up, finally, we get our retrace into equilibrium. We've got this fair value gap here. Literally just perfect. NASDAQ, we don't trade into equilibrium. We tap into the fair value gap. We actually make another bullish SMT off of some of these 1 minute lows here, if you even want to count that. But here's where it gets stupid. So I entered on NASDAQ. Let's actually talk about that a bit more as well. The highs here on NASDAQ look nice, but they look nice here on ES too. Just, I don't know. At the moment in time, NASDAQ looked like it was moving better, but ES moved quicker, further, and better, and even was respecting all of this. So I don't actually know 100% why I entered on NASDAQ, but I just guessed it kind of looks like it's leading now after it was lagging a minute ago, so I expected it to move faster, but anyway, so considering NASDAQ hadn't hit equilibrium, I had it in mind that we would still continue trading lower here off of all of this. We saw these moves up, and I just was so eager to get into it already because I just knew where it was going to go. I was thinking, do I even bother waiting for this? We get this move up here, we break 1 minute structure, and I honestly I see this candle down as like a perfect opportunity. I get in somewhere around this level, and I'm just like, they've just given me a better price, so I literally just full port this shit. I did give it some wiggle room just in case. It was like 3k here or something. I just got such an amazing price. We had 5k at London highs and held the rest of that to 11k at these highs. Yeah, this is stupid. Like the trade today was to wait for this to break an inversus gap. Even better would have been to just trade on ES and wait for ES to come up here and break these highs here. That looks better. You would have gone long here on that break there, stop somewhere here. First take profit London highs, that's kind of just an L. Just make 11k instead. Yeah, way better. A 2R trade, and this was just much obvious, so obvious. Like the thing is I was just too eager to close this trade because we were kind of moving slow, especially after we had this move down there. But we just moved down, swept out these highs here, and actually swept out the people who would have got in on this break here. So the fact that I entered some ridiculous trade and I was just like, right, we're down here. Like, so I basically entered off of the retrace into the 5 minute gap, which is something to think about. But we could have easily just continued to trade lower into this gap. This realistically was moronic, but I made 11k. So let's see how the rest of this week goes with how I've come to trading today. And yeah, but right now that literally wipes out. What were we down, like 8k or something? That's just wiped that. So it's going to be interesting to see how I can continue to do this month. But do I have anything else to talk about? Bitcoin still needs to shit hard. Let's call that actually. Yeah, let's call the next Bitcoin shit. So I think it's gonna go to what? What do I think it's gonna go to? Jesus. All right, yeah. So this is my plan. The plan of action is for Bitcoin to continue down to past these lows here. So my plan of action is to dollar cost this all the way down. See if it comes down to here, but I want it to at least come like 15% below this low here. Where's that? No, 15%, maybe 10% below this low. But we're gonna have a few more days in this, and then we're just gonna continue shitting down towards this low. I want a dollar cost all the way down through this, get an average price of around here, and then when we reverse, like sometime next year or sometime this year, maybe end of this year, we'll have 120% on that. So yeah, that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting double. Or Bitcoin crashes this year. What do we think? Yeah, that's perfect.